Oh, folks. It's the old folks and all of folks. All right, kids. I, first of all, want to apologize for the delay in the production of this video. Give me a moment. I'm getting over a cold. I've been getting over a cold for like ever and a day. And on top of that, I moved again. And we were having some trouble getting some high-speed internet into the house. So despite the fact that this awesomeness fucking slam dunked on Monday, I couldn't do shit about it until Thursday because I didn't have any internet to upload a video. Well, fuck. But first and foremost, for my haters, for all of the dickheads, and I'm not talking about the guilters. Fuck the guilters. In fact, do you like my manicure? Yeah, y'all been painting the wrong fucking nail, the different color. This is how you do it. Nice little subtle fuck you. This is not for the guilters. The guilters, you know, I must say that I did appreciate the fact that they kind of respect me a little bit, if only because I don't get in on the bullshit. So, props. Thanks, guys. This is for the fucking making a murderer supporters. The real supporters. I love how they call themselves that. The real supporters. We real supporters, as opposed to what? What? Just because we don't engage in your backbiting and your bullshit, we're fake supporters? Not entirely sure how that one translates, but okay. This is for all of you fuckers. Fuck y'all. Who fucking called it? Almost every word in Kathleen Zellner's motion, I fucking stated it over a year ago. So kiss my ass. Talking shit about me, my experience, my education, go to hell. Now, I will do a video on Zellner's entire fucking thingy, because Jesus Christ. This thing is just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And don't you love how she hands Kratz his ass? It's like, Kratz, here be thine ass on a platter with some bacon. You fucking piglet. Jesus. But I think the most wonderful part of all this was the the vilification of, oh, we've got a visitor. We've got a Dagan. Was the vilification of the fact that I had stated a while back, a little over a year actually, that she was not killed by a fucking gun. She was smashed in the head. And I said this. And for whatever reason, everybody thought that I was full of shit. And yet, an expert of Zellner's has proven me right. Are you having fun there, little buddy? Hold on one second, guys. Now, I have had, thanks for, putting up with me and the pausing. I have had a couple of jackasses on Twitter come at me with, where's this mountain of evidence? What's the point of filing this motion if she's not going to, file the evidence? Your mama dropped you on your head, didn't she? Because clearly, simple math eludes you people. Zellner has the proof. She's got the evidence. It's all with the court. If you look on the court website and you look up the amount of pages, and no, I'm not going to put a fucking link for it. You want to know why? For a change, I want you to do your own goddamn research. If you look on the court website and you see how many pages she actually turned in, what the fuck is going on with my lights are doing fine. They're not flickering, but I see them flickering on the video and I'm like, am I being called back to the mothership finally? If you look on the court website and you see how many pages she actually filed as opposed to the amount of pages that were released, over 1,200 pages were filed with the court, people. What's been released through the official channels, I'm not talking about the shit on I Am Gur, I'm talking about on the official channels, what has been released officially? to the public is 220 pages. That's the motion itself. That's the motion. And if you look, I'm going to do my best to explain this to the haters and the jackasses that want to talk shit. If you look in the motion itself, she cites her sources for every claim. Now, I know that a lot of you that are talking shit about where's all this evidence, Zellner, never set your fucking foot inside of a college classroom, so you're not familiar with the APA style of writing. So allow me to explain. She states her claim, and then there's a parenthesis, and then there's an exhibit number in bold. It says PC exhibit. That means post-conviction exhibit number. And parentheses. That means that's where she got that information, which means it's an exhibit, which means that it was filed with the court. If it hasn't been released to the public yet, I don't know what to tell you, sweetheart, but the fact is that the court has it, and Zellner's not trying this case for you. She's not trying this case for any of us in the public. She don't give a fuck about us, and quite frankly, that's the way it should be. She gives a shit about Steven Avery. He's her client, not you. So you don't get to make demands of her. Let me tell you a story, real quick. It'll illustrate my point. Many eons ago, okay, maybe not that many, about 10 years, when I was fighting for custody of my kids, I hired a lawyer. And my lawyer gave my kid's dad interrogatories. This is basically a questionnaire. You know, how much do you make a month? How many kids do you have? Blah, 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 blah. He lied on a good majority of the fucking paperwork. On what he didn't lie on, he flat refused to answer, citing the questions as illegal. Yeah, he wasn't the brightest bulb. And my attorney goes back and tells him, you need to, give us the actual answers on this, or I'm going to file a motion to compel. And my lawyer got the answer from the wife. Why don't you look for it? You're getting paid to do this. To which my lawyer had to tell her, I work for her, honey, not you. I'm not doing your research for you. I work for her. She's the one paying me. It's the same basic principle here, kids. Zellner doesn't work for you. She works for Steven. She doesn't work for you. He's the one who signed the contract with her, not you. Therefore, she is under no obligation to release anything anyway. She's not. She's not under any obligation to you to release anything. And she's really not under an obligation to release anything in the time frame you want. Because you're not her fucking client, so get the fuck over yourselves. Oh, he's back for more. Have no choice with this kid. He's one of me. What can I say? Dude. So, all y'all motherfuckers, I know I paused it again. Dagan came a running, and I'm like, dude, smoke. All y'all need to get the fuck over yourselves. And thinking that she owes you anything. She doesn't owe you shit. You're lucky she released the fucking motion. I mean, Skip Top would have done that anyway, but that's neither here nor there. That's moot. And I'm sorry, but I'm not trusting any of those exhibits on I Am Gur. I will trust the exhibits on the official channels. That's just the way I feel about it. Because I happen to know that, there used to be a saying, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. They should modify that for the internet. Believe half of what you see in person and nothing online. Because you can't trust any of it. So, yeah, I gotta say, guys, I know that there are some people saying that, oh, she's accusing Ryan without proof. She's accusing Ryan without proof. No, she's not. There is proof. Just because it wasn't released with the motion doesn't mean that she doesn't have the proof, number one. Number two, she's under no obligation to actually prove who killed Teresa. She is under obligation to prove that her client didn't kill Teresa. Do you see the difference here? All right, it's called burden of proof. And typically in a murder trial, the state has the burden of proof. However, post-conviction, the defense has the burden of proof. The burden of proof is shifted from prosecution to defense post-conviction, and now it is up to her to prove that her client didn't do it. Okay? So even if she doesn't have proof that Ryan did anything, which I'm sorry, but she does. From what I read through that motion, she does. She's got plenty of fucking proof that Ryan did this. And again, who called it? Ha ha! Even if she didn't have proof, that's not the point. The point is that he was never investigated, and he should have been. Nobody was investigated besides Stephen Avery, and that's what she's proving here. That's all she's required to prove. And if she happens to throw in a slam dunk case against the real killer, that's a bonus. You're not entitled to that. You know, I'm sorry. But, you know, I've been doing wrongful conviction case research for the better part of my adult life. Fascinated with it. And I gotta tell you, a lot of you motherfuckers that came in on the whole wrongful conviction advocacy thing with making a murderer, y'all are spoiled. You all are really fucking spoiled here because of the internet. You are spoiled because you think you have a right to this information and you really don't. You know, the only person who has any rights in a post-conviction anything is the convicted. You yourselves are not actually a party to the case. Ergo, you have no rights to anything. You just don't. And I'm sorry if that hurts your little snowflake feelings, but that's kind of not my fucking problem. You know, and look, people trying to like get the feud started up between me and Laura again, don't even fucking try it. It's not going to happen. Laura and I, we're square. And you know, I don't agree with a lot of what she has to say. I really don't. And she knows this. I've actually said this to her on the phone. We talk. And she knows. She knows that a lot of her stuff I don't agree with. You know, we counter, we debate. And the thing is that while I don't agree with a lot of what she says, I respect what she has to say. However, the rest of you are over here trying to start this infight between me and her, and it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Laura and I are not that emotionally invested. Sorry. And one other thing. For those of you that are wanting to talk shit about the Zellner thing and like, you know, where's all this evidence that she claims to have? You need to Google. Use the internet for a fucking change and actually learn something. You need to Google post-conviction trial procedure. I'm not going to do this for you. You got to do it. Google post-conviction trial procedure, Wisconsin, or post-conviction trial procedure, 7th District Appellate Court. Google it and learn a few things and then talk. Because until you do, I'm just wondering what size of shoe you need for the foot in your mouth. You know, because quite frankly, you're just showing your ass at this point. Let me have a sip of chamomile. Or no, wait, this is Earl Grey tonight. My post-dinner cup of tea, thanks to my loving husband. Now, like I said, I will do a video. I started a new job, and I've been working my ass off, and then, you know, it's finals week. So I've been researching, but, you know, guys, I got to tell you, I am not going to rush reading through this thing and making notes to give you something now. And I'll tell you why. This is too important to rush to be the first one on the scene. And I know that, you know, the possibility of me being the first one passed a long motherfucking time ago. But what I'm saying here is I'm not going to rush something this important. You either want it good or you want it fast. And I'm sorry, but my hatchlings, my fans, they want it good. So I'm going to give you good, but it's going to take me some time. So, patience is a virtue. Calm yourself. And while you're exercising patience waiting for my video, you can exercise patience waiting for the release of the actual exhibits. And then we can talk. Then we can debate. Okay? You all right? You good? Okay. Now, don't forget to subscribe to me here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Mama Phoenix 6. And if you boogie on over to the About page here on my channel, you'll find everything from my blog to my Pinterest boards to my Facebook fan page. Down below in the description, I will leave a link to the wrongful conviction of davidthorn.org website. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.